On September 8, 1900, one of the deadliest disasters in American history struck without warning. A massive hurricane slammed into the city of Galveston, Texas. Within hours, entire neighborhoods were destroyed. Homes were ripped apart. Families were swept into the sea. By the time the storm ended, over 8,000 Americans were dead. It remains the deadliest natural disaster in United States history. At the turn of the 20th century, Galveston was one of the richest cities in America. Located on a small island off the Texas coast, it was a booming port city. Ships from around the world arrived at its busy harbor. The city had elegant homes, thriving businesses, and nearly 40,000 residents. But there was one dangerous problem. Galveston sat barely 8 feet above sea level, and the island had no seawall to protect it. In 1900, hurricane forecasting was extremely primitive. Weather forecasters in Cuba actually recognized the storm forming in the Caribbean. They warned it was heading toward Texas. But American weather officials ignored their warning. Instead, people in Galveston were told the storm was nothing to worry about. Most residents stayed home. They had no idea a Category 4 hurricane was heading straight for them. On the afternoon of September 8th, the winds began to rise. Rain pounded the island. Then the ocean began to surge inland. Water flooded the streets and quickly rose to dangerous levels. Soon, the storm surge reached 15 feet high. Entire buildings were lifted off their foundations. Homes collapsed. People clung to rooftops and floating debris as the city was swallowed by water. As darkness fell, the hurricane reached its full power. Winds of over 140 miles per hour tore the city apart. Thousands of people tried to escape the rising floodwaters, but there was nowhere to run. Many families gathered inside large homes, hoping they would survive. But even the strongest buildings began to collapse. By morning, much of Galveston was simply gone. When the storm finally passed, the destruction was unimaginable. Nearly 3,600 homes were destroyed. Entire neighborhoods